nice girl.
Hello and welcome to SportsVision, the magazine on WTMB. I myself, Joe Palo. To my left, my friend Mike Cragen, with my dog, Fajita.
Who is taking refuge right over here because this
I'm
taking fresh. You won't leave her alone.
Oh, you know, he's not the boy he used to be.
No, he's not. He had a rough weekend.
Yeah, he did.
We left the weekend, put him in the kennel.
We feel for him.
Yes, we do. Especially you and me.
I tell you what it's like to be a male.
It is.
See that? We're talking about it and beeping. He's beeping already.
Well, we know what it's like to be champions of the state wrestling tournament, but we also know what it's like to be runner-up. Unfortunately, we went to Saudi Bradley High School, and that's our first story, Bradley versus Saudi state duels, and it came down to those two. We thought it would. Let's take a look at what happened. There they are warming up. It's the Bradley team getting ready to go. First round match was against Overton, and they're getting prepared there. Coach Esslinger in the middle, making sure everybody's warm and ready to go ahead and take on first round match, like I said, against Overton. Then they've got Clarksville, and they'll end up in a heartbreaker against Saudi Daisy. Lots of Bradley folks there, as you can see, and they're getting ready to start the action right here. We're going to show you some of the winners that competed. There's Andy Morris here with the Go Bears sign. Now watch this next guy. He's got it all messed up. Check this part out. I don't know if he just can't read or he's not paying attention.
Who is that kid?
I don't know. Sitting by that Justice. There it is. He's got it straight right now. Now he's okay. So here we go. First round action started at 140 pounds. First guy to go, Jesse Baker. Had a pretty good tournament right here, and Jesse is going to turn Overton kid at 140, getting ready to score some points for Bradley. And Jesse Baker, great tournament. Ended up losing a heartbreaker in overtime. That was a big difference in the Saudi-Bradley match. And controversial call. Right here, Dustin Catlett ended up having to wrestle probably the second best wrestler in the state later on, Jake Yost from Saudi, but Dustin Catlett is going to handle his Overton competition right here. Dustin looking good, and now we have Gibson at 160, ranked number 1, Clint Eskimo, followed by Matt Bailey at 189, and Matt is going to handle and pin his Overton competition right here. There's Matt Bailey, just a sophomore. 8 sophomores on this team. We'll be back and ready to go. Greg Steele. There he is. They got his mom and dad complimented him by calling him what, good-looking guy. And she said, "Boy, he felt so good." All those.
I've never had anybody say that to him before.
She didn't think the gals like him. I said, "Come on, what a guy." Never wears a shirt to school. I mean, he's trying to show those.
It's just like me. I don't ever wear a shirt to work.
There he is, David Stampy at 215, and he will get
like mine
against Overton. And Stampy sticks his man, and Sean Cordell down here 112 is going to get a couple points right here for his match against Overton. Sean Cordell looking good. That's Blake Tinsley right there. There's Sean Cordell. Blake Tinsley, the previous match. Here's Sean Cordell. And Sean in another controversial overtime match that was very officiating there. But here we go with Hank Rain. Mr. Steady has not been beat. One match has gone the distance with Hank this year. He's 30-0, 29 matches, fall or pin, and he's on his way to a pin right there. Bradley faithful loving it. They do forfeit. Bradley does at 125 with Jake West, 130 Michael Cragen, and 135 Matt Keller. And there's a reason for that. They don't want any injuries. And you're going to see one now coming up in this. This is Clarksville. Dylan Jennings, ranked number 2 behind Sean Cordell all year, who was number 1 till a loss a week ago. Pins the number 2 man right there to Sean. Adam Raines, again, as we said, on a mission right here. He's going to end up getting another stick. This is Clarksville now, and they were stacked up against us. I'll tell you, Clarksville does not like Bradley. I mean, they had fans there for the Saudi Daisy match that night. Jake West now taking care of his man. And then Michael Cragen at 130. This is Josh Sims, a qualifier last year in the state. Notice Clarksville, real strong. They had a great weight program there. All their guys are muscled up, but Bradley technique, we were able to handle them. A little closer than we thought. We did end up forfeiting out the last 2, though, because they had a big enough lead. But this is Josh Sims and Michael Cragen of Bradley going at it right here. And we're going to come up to a match. I'm going to warn you a little bit ahead of time, about another minute or so. You need to, if you can't stand pain or something that looks bad, you're going to have to look away here, because we've got a joint that goes the wrong way in a little bit. So be ready to look the other way if you want to. Right here it is. That was Matt Keller looking good, as usual. right here, Matt Spain, and this is going to be injury. I want to report on it. A lot of people saw this. His elbow is going to go the other direction. If you want to look away now. And because he ended up getting a dislocation, a tendon got tore off, and he is going to be, he was in surgery. He's going to be all right. His dad, we just talked to him here this morning, and they pop it back into place right there, and he does get up and he sticks around. And he comes, they check him out at the hospital, they bring him back. Good baseball player. Garen's going to miss him. He's going to probably have to miss most of the season because it actually tore it off. They put a couple of screws in it. But I wanted to report on it. A lot of people were concerned and asked me all week about Matt Spain. I just talked to his dad this morning. So Matt will be okay. They're looking at 100% recovery there, they think. So it's just going to take about 10 weeks. But unfortunately, that's kind of how it went down there. Everything that go wrong kind of went wrong. Dustin Catlett right here now at 152. He's going to pull off a win for Bradley versus Clarksville, and then we're looking at the consistent Mighty Quinn, of course. He's going to come through and make himself known as he always does. Brian Blackman gets him a win right here and a pin at versus Clarksville. And after Bryant gets his stick right here, we will forfeit out 89 and 215 to avoid injuries. As you can tell, they happen. That's why you forfeit out those matches. Those matches that aren't important, you forfeit them out just for that reason right there. So that's why those scores look closer than they really were. We forfeited 5 matches so as not to injure anybody. There we are, pumping up now for the mighty Saudi, and I believe I mentioned on the show last week, if everything went just right and they got the matchup, Saudi would have a chance. And it came down to just one and several close matches go Bradley's way. They lost 3 by overtime or 2 points. Had 1 in overtime, a very controversial call. They also had the right people they wanted. They got to put their people against our people the way they like to see the matchups go. But nobody can beat this man. Hank Raines torturing his man here. This was our first win. We started heavyweight. Bradley's down 3 matches right now, which is the same outcome we had the first time through. And Adam Raines is going to pick up a technical fall here for Bradley. And this guy, like I said, watching next Saturday night, going to be on top of the podium. This guy will win him the state championship. It's a familiar story by now. His father passed away in June or July, and he's not going to see Hank win it, but Hank's fired up to win it for him. Right here, Jake West also picking up a win at 125. So after losing the first 3, here comes Jake and Hank getting Bradley back into things here. Several critical matches coming up right now. But Jake West with a big win. And they ended up forfeiting to Matt Keller, so we have nothing to show there. And we are now moving up to Dustin Whaley. You saw Matt Spain get injured. This man filled in. Was not expected to wrestle, came down there. And Saudi threw Dustin, a different guy, at 145 because they wanted Jake Yost to match up against Dustin Catlett in the following match here that we're not going to show you, but it occurred right after this, which Yost, like I said, is another version of Matt Keller really over there at Saudi. But Dustin Whaley stepped in, got it done. He got a technical fall for Bradley, giving him some life yet to maybe still pull this championship out. But we're moving on now to the match between Quinn Gibson. We're up to 160, and Bubba Hardy. And Quinn, again, is going to take care of business. Just 1 loss this year Quinn has, and Quinn, I'm telling you, he'll be. I really look for him to be on the top of the podium. If not, Nathan Jones, I think those 2 are both going to the finals together. Breck Steele now. This guy's ranked in the state 4th or 5th, and he's wrestling right here. And Breck's going to finish the tournament, even though Saudi hasn't won. He had to go out there and not in a very good mood, knowing that we hadn't won. Saudi now just, they were 9 points up. We get a pin there to cut it to 3. And that is disappointing. But 191 schools, ladies and gentlemen, 2nd best in the state. And Bradley is so spoiled that, the Bradley fans are so spoiled. Coach Logston made a comment about that. The 2nd is 190 schools in the state with trade places. And that's the thing. That's the thing. Our standards are so high. We're like the Yankees and like the UCLA.
Dolphins.
UCLA of the old days. Saudi Daisy 35-30. It was 35-32. We had a couple penalty points at the end because we questioned a few things. Bradley was a state runner-up, and that's awesome. Like I said, 190-some teams would trade places with the Bradley Bears because there's only one that wouldn't, and that's Saudi Daisy, who, give them credit, came to with a strategy. They matched up
Saudi Daisy.
And they ended up getting it, but guess what? There's an individual team title coming up this Saturday, and guess what's going to happen there? I know I was wrong here, but they can't match up.
Don't say it again now because you said it last time. And
they can't match up.
Don't.
It's going to happen. Right after this commercial, Bradley's going to be state champions.
Right after this commercial?
Yeah. We'll just make them.
All right.
You when your cash is low and you need groceries.
Check into cash.
What's Check into Cash? It's a remarkable place to get instant emergency cash for a flat fee. Anytime you have an unexpected expense and need a payday advance, Check into Cash can make it happen. You write us a personal check and you get the cash you need instantly.
My checking account's low. I can't get what we need. Go to Check into Cash.
The next time you need quick cash, for whatever reason, go to Check into Cash.
Remember how you loved going to the local diner with your parents for an authentic French dip sandwich? No, you avoided going out with your parents. You were embarrassed by their matching sweatsuits. You must be thinking of Hardee's new authentic French dip sandwich. Roast beef to order, covered with Swiss cheese and piled high on a freshly baked roll. Perfect for dipping in our famous au jus sauce. Take mom and dad through the drive-thru. Try Hardee's new French dip sandwich. Hardee's.
Our building's employees do more than take up space. We're more than just checkbooks and loan applications. We are part of this community, just as the community is part of us. Our people have been here for years. We've worked alongside you at the Heart Walk and United Way. We reinvest both time and money, which adds to the quality of life in Bradley County. Any bank can lend money. It takes a neighbor to lend a hand. First Tennessee. All things financial, all things Cleveland, all things community. Member FDIC.
Cleveland Chiropractic Clinic offers complete chiropractic care. Dr. Russell Smith and his friendly, dedicated staff can help relieve chronic back pain, neck pain, headaches, allergies, and also sport-related injuries. Cleveland Chiropractic Clinic has a licensed massage therapist on staff and 2 certified in-house x-ray technicians. Complete insurance filing is available and 24-hour emergency care. Phone 472-1140.
We're back.
Hey, we are ready. Who says we're not ready? We're always ready. Hey, one reason this Bradley Bear team has been ready, of course, this has happened over several years, but a big factor this year, Joe, and you carried it on the other sports on the regular news, nightly news at WTNB. Mike Shires covered it, and we also were there to cover it, and we are going to show you some of the dedication to the wrestling building. We've got some great people in this town that do a lot for wrestling. Let's take a look.
For a lot of things.
Take a look at what happened here. Dedication to the McKenzie Wrestling Building.
First of all, if it wasn't for Mr. Jones and Mr. McKenzie, this building wouldn't even be here. So a definite thank and a welcome to you guys, and I've got something for you just to make you, and so everybody know you went to Bradley High School, didn't you? But there's an official Bradley Bear shirt, and Alan, I don't know if you'll ever wear this. You guys know I wear that Bradley Russell shirt all the time.
We're here to thank 2 gentlemen, friends, Alan and Tobe, for making that vision become a reality. As I thought about what I say today about Alan and Toby and their generosity, everyone who lives in this community knows that they're very, very generous men who have given in many ways across a wide spectrum of programs. They've touched lives in many, many ways.
Everyone in here in some way. Mr. Alan Jones and Mr. McKenzie, we thank you so much from Bradley High School and Athletic Department. Mr. Taylor, Mr. Presswood, and board members, Mr. Davis, members of the commission, Bill Griffith, I appreciate you so much for all that you do for Bradley County and for Bradley High School. For all of you people who have helped numerous ways. I'm sorry, I get emotional once in a while. It's just, it's tremendous. It's tremendous for Bradley High School. It's tremendous for our community and for all of the kids who are coming in here at some important time. Price, Mr. Toby McKenzie, with this letter, please accept our utmost thanks and appreciation for your contributions towards the Toby McKenzie facility. It's long been our belief that Bradley Central High School, when the students are involved in athletic programs, they're more likely to achieve in all aspects of school life. It is the result of your generous contributions that our students continue participation in the programs made possible. On behalf of Bradley Central High School, the athletic department, coaches, and all future Bears who come, we extend to you our heartfelt thanks. With sincere appreciation, our driver, principal, the awarded athletic directors, and coaching staff at Bradley Central High School.
If it helps one person, just one, I want to be it. And I'm so proud to be able to give something back to the school. And they put up with me for 4 years or 3 years up there at the old high school. But you know what?
Bob pretty much gave my speech away when he talked. The thing about athletics, I think, is pure and simple. You get beat on the plate, you don't get lower than your guy, but you up, and that's the way life is. And athletics is like that. And I think that's why we have to continue to strive toward offer good athletes for everybody. So, thank you very much.
Jones, please accept our utmost thanks and appreciation for Toby McKenzie Athletic Facility, Jones Run. It's long been our belief at Bradley Central High School that the students involved in athletic programs in all aspects of school life. It's because of your generous contributions that our students continue to participate in these programs is made possible. Bradley Central High School Department, the coaches, future bears to come, extend our heartfelt thanks with sincere appreciation. John Drake, Principal, Dale Woodard Athletic Director. Thank you, sir.
And I said, if I'll give a third, if you get third, we'll make that thing. And I want to thank you, school, and Toby was a great big old, a lot bigger than he is today. Turned around and set up, and I was going down there with my saying this. I decided I was a whole lot faster than Toby, but Toby was a whole lot bigger than me. You're not big anymore, are you? I opened myself up for that. I was best looking in my class, though. I'm afraid today I'd get best fed, right? Anyway, as I started to hit, I was going to hit Toby in the back elbow, and it swirled around, and he caught me in the chin, complete backflip. That was on Friday, but the humiliation, some coach kept running back and back. I do want to thank you for making this possible, because without you, it wouldn't happen. Thank you all very much.
What a great facility, I tell you.
That is, and Tobe McKenzie, I think it's T-O-B-E, Tobe.
Yeah.
T-O-B-E. Tobe McKenzie.
Toby like Kobe?
Toby and Kobe.
Toby Bryant.
Great people there helping out, and we appreciate it very much. The Bradley wrestling team, football team, they're going to benefit greatly.
And you have to tell Mr. Woodard was really, I mean,
he was touched. Well, he's, long time at that school.
Yeah, and to have a building like that, and folks, if you haven't seen that, you need to go check that building out as well as the one at Cleveland. Nice facility.
And the building over Lake Forest had some action the other day. Joe's going to tell us about the TVAC tournament. We got to move on so we get everything in. Here we go. 7th grade girls. We only have one game. Here it is.
Here we go. Coy and Cleveland, TSSAA, and this was again at Lake Forest. As you see here, getting ready for the tip-off, and everybody's waiting. We'll get. Here we go. All right, Coy, Michelle Smith first.
How about Cleveland Chiropractics, Michelle Smith?
Yeah, Rusty's proud. Cleveland's is it right there. Here, Coy again. Venus. It makes it good. Rachel Isom for Cleveland. Jade makes it 2. And Emily Fear gets rebound. And it is good. Fast break. Erica Scoggins to watch for 2. Accord. Drives. Scores. Right chair. All right. Would be Cleveland at the second quarter action. Raging Rachel Isom again. 4-3. Watch this. 28 now. Cleveland Michelle. She's on a roll here. This starts. It makes it Cleveland. Michelle Smith. Again. Gets the inbound. Up. Michelle Smith again.
If I get my back, I can shoot that well.
I'm telling you, 16 in Cleveland. The cheerleaders in the crowd up, all excited. And again, this was at Lake Forest. Cleveland cheerleaders, yes, sir. All right, here we go. Second half action. Smith continues to dominate. Right. Watch this. Again, guess who? Number 34, Michelle Smith. I'll tell you what, she was on a Cleveland's doors. Right there. Michelle 10-point, 10 in a row. Holly there. Sally Craig. And again for Cleveland, turned around just good. Smith added again for Okoye. Watch this. Tell you. He's looking good. 23-22. Okoye after 3. Rachel. Agent stopped 2. Nice. Get that? More again. Okoye. 25. Man with a they're up 2. Right, here we go. More for Okoye. It's 29 all right there. Seconds to go for the lead. Let's see another. All right, Cleveland, watch this. Coming. Okay, to give the ball back. Okoye. Get back. Rachel.
This is it right here. This is the play.
Watch this right here.
2-1. And Cleveland.
That's it.
With an excitement there at the buzzer.
My goodness.
And they had Cleveland number has Okoye this year and the girls, but right there we're at the tournament. It's the only game we got because they changed the schedule around on us, moved it up a day, didn't have the finals, and we apologize, but nobody told us Lake Forest girls, but you did win it, and we're going to show that. You were first over that Cleveland team. Boys, the Cleveland boys, Chad Fromm, Chris Kugler, the boys over there, over the Okoye team.
You
Logan
didn't mention all of them, and that's not good.
They know. I know who the rest of those guys are. Cleveland 31-29 in the game you just saw. How about that? Okoye 8th grade girls are the 19-1. They are 19-1, and they were the TVAC champions. And we're going to have, I believe, some tournament teams. There's the all-tournament team. Cleveland's Angie Wells and Shelley Williams are on it, and Okoye's Ashley Burrell, Kelly Suter, and Lauren Cassida are on it. Yes, and then we also had the all-league team. Okoye's Jackie Pickle and Allison Butler throughout the year. This is for all-league. And Angie Wells, Alex Walker for Cleveland. And I'll tell you, we're racing with some good stuff, good basketball.
I'm glad you said Cassidy, not Casada.
And good commercials. Cassidy,
Yeah,
I got it down. I got it down.
Cassidy.
Lauren, you're looking good.
Cassidy, not Casada.
Man, I am running car and wedding anniversary fast. But from where? He's telling me about how First Southern Cash Advance helped him. Man, he just wrote them a check and got the cash right away. I can do that. First payday.
It's quick, confidential. Take care of life's really important things.
Advance cash.
The employees of Duracell's 3-area facility would like to welcome to our 3-area high school for academics, high school, and Bradley High School. Up the good work, students. We are proud of you. Duracell facilities, Mounts Creek, Tassa, and the corporate distribution center and warehouse. At Duracell, our people are our energy.
Welcome back. And hey, Cleveland Bradley weeks just continue. It's going to get warmed up more and more.
Exciting basketball.
We're heading out to a good one the other night. Mike Shires was there, buddy. Let's take a look at what he had to say.
The girls to take the floor in the town match. Just like in the last meeting, Cleveland gets Rod for 3 off the net. She scored their first 8 points. Bradley comes back. Tampa Crow 3. Tied it at 15 early in the second. Cleveland would take control. Loose ball, they'll both battle for it, but Crystal Rogers will with the ball at the basket. Home team leads 24-15. Just before the half, Tiffany Buckaloo will make the buzzer. Cleveland to the locker. Bradley 31-17. Third quarter, Buckaloo scored 10 of her game high 15, and this 3 puts Cleveland up 36-21. By 20 before Bradley started. Allie Crow the triple. It's 40. Randy Scott it to a 10-point game, but they wouldn't be any closer than 8. Ellen Raider on the she scored 6 points. Cleveland Bradley 54-40. Guys with start and exciting. Charles leads one down for the Raiders, and they lead. Fonsa will come right back with a dunk of his own for the point. Hare cuts through for the basket, and Brett leads 14-8. First is Hare again. Bears 16. On down, Groove banks home with 3. It's a 9-point. Jay Davis will find Tim Cooper from the floor, the basket, and one. The team 22 points. The guard will spin for the last points of the half as the Raiders goes into a 41-5 time score. Second half, a 5 jam home to his 18 points. Quarter now, Pew again. 55. 3.5 minutes go down out. And Cleveland's coming back again. It's an 8-point game. A minute play. Trey goes inside at 63-59. 5 seconds left. Jay Davis is fouled. It hit all of the heroes. It's just a 2-point game. But Justin Heron is tied 25 points with knocked down 2 passes of his own. Bradley survives Cleveland 6-6.
It's Squeaker. They're liable to meet again next week in the regions, and I tell you what, we do got to go. But we're going to leave with our athlete of the week right from that ball game. Credit's going to run over you, Justin. Great job. See you next week.
Have a great week.
Checking the segment, we'd like to thank Tommy Caldwell over and plaques for providing plaques for us for this segment. Standing next to me is Justin Hare, fresh off a big game last night against the Cleveland Blue Raiders, 2 times in 2 weeks, and both times been pretty good ball games. But you had Squeaker last night come down to the free throw line down the stretch. You made a couple of wins, 4-point lead. What about the game last night?
It was good. We got off to a good start, then we kind of got sloppy second quarter and third. You know, they played good. They got into the paint a lot, and it was a good game towards the end. We hit free throws.
Well, you had a great big game. What do you have? 25 points or something last night. I interviewed you a couple years ago on the against Cleveland. Seems like you get up for them. Is that something to you?
It is. It's fun. Rivals, I guess.
Tell us a little bit about it. How's it doing at Appy? Everything going well over there?
Stanford right now. He transferred from Appy, and he's sitting out this year because he has to. But he's doing, and he's ready for next year.
Looks like too the way this is matched. You probably see Cleveland one more time. Do you think you'll get any more attention in that game?
Players step up, and we will. Good thing about our team. Other nights.
So week every week, as far as basketball goes and this team goes, he
is. He's just so pathetic that to stop him. That's a good touch around the goal, and he's really good.
Monster last night. So, but he asked me. Sure.
No, let's not talk about that one.
If you weren't there, he had a great ball game, but just had one of those. I tell you, great ball game last night. Super F, and we'll look forward to watching Cleveland and Bradley again next week. See what happens in the region, and just appreciate your time today. Thank you. Practice, so he's doing his sweats. We appreciate him taking time out today.